Hey, good morning, friends. That's 5 a.m. I got to go ride, and I haven't been on the motorcycle in a while. So let's get some coffee, get out there and do it. Got all my gear laid out. We got to get going early because it's going to be a hot one. So let's go get some coffee going. We'll see you out there in the garage. Well, we're out here towards the end of September. One of my favorite places in the whole world. Ironwood National Forest. It is beautiful. So green. Testing out the new bags. Rigg Gear adventure bags. They hold a lot of stuff and pack down tight and totally waterproof. That's important. Nothing worse than getting your sleeping bag soaking wet. So we'll give you a report on how the Rigg's adventure bags work. It's about probably 90 right now, but not bad. Humidity's low. Nice little breeze. Probably about 5 miles an hour out of the, feels like the east. So green still. Into summer and everything's so green. We didn't get a lot of rain either. Been kind of a dry summer. Just beautiful. Well, we're going to continue our test. A couple features on this bag that are just phenomenal is the air valve. As you're rolling up a dry bag, they fill up with air and you have this big old balloon. Not with these. You open that air valve and it just sucks down tight. It's got a couple water bottle holders on the back. And then I purchased a couple moly bags, and they attach to the front, so I have another water bottle there. They do come with a inner bag. So there's your inner bag. You just lift that right out with all your gear. Go to the campsite or to the motel, whatever you want to do. Look at this cute little guy. He's a cutie. I come check on him every so often. He's growing pretty slow. This side has my first aid kit. All my cooking gear is in here. Various other sundry items. I think a hammock's in there. This side has tools. You name it. This has got chairs. That's another water bag by what's the name of this one? Seattle Sports. That's a great dry bag. I use that for canoeing, kayaking on long trips. I have in the past. I haven't done any long trips in a while, but hey. So we're going to do the test of the Rigg's Gear Adventure Saddlebags. You get 2 of them for like $220. That is so reasonable compared to some other brands that are inferior, twice the cost. If you're curious, this is the KLR 650S, and so far it's been serving me super well. Great for off-road, pretty good on-road. I mean, I've had 32 motorcycles in my life, and I've had a lot better ones, but I tell you what, if a guy could only have one bike to do everything, this would probably be it. I put a lot of stuff on it. Obviously the saddlebag racks, the Tusk crash bars, Tusk handguards. I did the windshield mod. I fabricated those plastic brackets there to straighten the windshield up. Gives you a little more protection. I've got some blinkies on the front. Let those four-wheelers know you're coming. If you don't have blinkies on your bike, I'll tell you what, for as little as they cost, it's well worth it. And they're USB chargeable. What else did I put on? I put the highway pegs on. I put the Tusk grippy foot pegs, the wide platform pegs. I put the tank grippers on. Give you something to grab onto when you're standing up. That's it. Oh, seat pads. I've got a couple different seat pads there. It kills the vibration. You get quite a bit of buzz in the seats in these things. It's a single cylinder, 650. It's going to do it no matter what. The seat is rubber mounted, but I wanted some extra rubber mounting, so I've got 2 layers there, and 70 miles an hour. It's pretty smooth. I'm happy with it. Plus, I needed a little more height. I was a little too close to the pegs, and if you lower your pegs, it messes up everything. So I did it the easy way and just raised the seat a couple pads. Plus, it took the buzz out. That silver thing on the tank is for keeping your tank from boiling when you're sitting. It's got some magnets on it. I have no idea where I got that, but it's working for what I want it for. I do have heated grips. I've got the Oxford, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stage heated grips, on off. They will cook your hands. But when you need them to, there's nothing better, because cold hands, you got to stop. You can't feel your hands, you're gonna wreck. And I've been there before. It's not fun. It takes forever to warm them up. Then you get back on the bike and they're frozen again. So grip heaters, one of my priorities. I still got the stock tires. They're not the best. They wear out fast, so I'm just waiting for them to do that so I can get some Dunlop Trail Max Missions, which I've had before on another bike, the V-Strom 1000. They're pretty phenomenal tires, and they're pretty streety and pretty off-road, so, and they last. That's what you want. These tires are a little soft, and they get pretty eaten up by the pavement. So if you're wondering what this is, that is a I think it's 80% sunblock shade screen. You just put it up in an ironwood tree, drape it up there, and you sit down below it, and you've got beautiful shade. Wind goes through it, gives you nice shade. There's not a lot of shade in Arizona. What you do find is generally got a rattlesnake in there. He's chilling out, and then he comes out to warm up. But I've come across more rattlesnakes at the base of trees. So keep an eye out for that if you're in the desert. I hope you're enjoying this view. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous day into September 2023. We're looking forward to an awesome meetup out here in February 2nd to the 4th. Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona is going to do a meetup at the BLM site. You'll find all that on his YouTube channel, website. Should be a great time. We did it last year. It's the second annual and I think it's going to be a huge success. I'm going to be cooking pancakes and bacon one morning, and there'll be campfires and potlucks and probably a bunch of music and just good fellowship, hanging around people that love this lifestyle, coming together, and it's a great time. So if you're in the area of Marana, Arizona, Ironwood National Forest, that will be the 2nd of February 2024. Steve did a fantastic job last year, so we're looking forward to that. All right, enough gabbing. We're going to get back onto our test of the Rigg Gear Adventure waterproof saddlebags. Well, this looks like camp. I think we'll camp right here. Alrighty. Beautiful day. Ironwood National Forest, National Monument. 100 degrees. Well, I want to welcome you to my camp. We're going to get set up and have some lunch, so hope you join me. All right, well, we got camp set up. Whew, it's getting toasty. I was trying to film it while I was setting up, but the camera got so hot I just shut down. It wouldn't film anything. So I'll give you a tour of the camp here. Got my shade up. That makes 100% difference. Got ragged top in the back. Had a nice chicken breast sandwich there. I thought I was filming the whole time, but the camera was boiling over. The radiator was boiling over. Got a nice wash over here. Look at this gentleman. Oh yeah. He's a beauty. One of my old friends. We got a lot of them out here. This wash, I've seen it full of quail. Full of quail. But I don't hunt out here anymore because there's just too many people. I mean, even with a shotgun, you never know. This time of year wouldn't be a problem because I'm the only person here. Might be a few illegals walking. I found an illegal camp over there. Last year, a pretty big illegal camp. Had several packs of 2-gallon jugs of water. I mean, like 10 backpacks with 2-gallon jugs of water. All their personal effects were there. They must have got found and Border Patrol picked them up. They just left everything, but nobody came back to clean it up. It was a mess. They've probably been there a couple of days. It's probably a rendezvous point. But anyway, here's the camp. Got the regulation tent pole. This setup only needs one pole. You use the motorcycle on the left, one pole over there, one stake, and then you use the tree for the back. And you always put your shade on the north side of the tree. And you have a nice little camp. This kind of weather, it's about 100. You need it. I mean, just standing here in the sun and then going back in the shade, what a difference. 15 degrees maybe. All right. But we're gonna go back to enjoying our lunch. Well, I finished lunch, but we're gonna go back to enjoying our time here. Extremely grateful to be able to do this at my age, 66. I've took care of my body most of my life, and I was quite active in sports and every kind of outdoor activity there is. I believe I've done it. I never played bocce. I've never done that. Pretty much everything else. I had one close call on the bike a little while ago. I hit a patch of sand, and I went to put my foot down, and the heel of my boot grabbed on to one of those gnarly peg bites. Those spikes on the peg grabbed onto there, and I couldn't get my foot down. It was just enough. And I started to crash, and it was the last second my foot came loose. Uh-oh, we got some wind coming. Hang on. I can hear it coming through the Palo Verdes. Let's see if we can get a dust devil out. Dust devil, hang on to the tarp. Here we go. Is it a dust devil? Hang on, tent pole. This heat coming off the land makes some wicked dust devils. Ah, that wasn't a bad one. My nice REI tent pole's holding up pretty good. Oh, I didn't get that at REI. I got that right here. Whoop, another one's coming. Hang on. Ooh, yeah. I mean, there was no wind 2 seconds ago. And these things come up out of nowhere. Do I have spinach in my teeth? If I do, I apologize. Oh, here comes a rancher. Was that wind? I couldn't tell what that was. I believe we're going to get a dust devil. There it is, right there. Here it comes. Oh, it's going that way, thank goodness. That was a good one. It's still out there. There went a ranch truck or a city truck or state truck or federal truck, I'm not sure. All right, well, it looks like it's calming down. Yeah, that's one thing about these warm days. You can get some wicked dust devils. One time I was up at the lake fishing, me and my two boys, and we had one of those pop-up shades out in front of the trailer. And my bad, I left it up all night. There's no wind. Well, we got a storm about 3 a.m. Windstorm. Came out of nowhere. And it didn't last but about 10 minutes. In the morning, I got up, went outside, getting ready to make coffee. That shade was gone. Luckily, I didn't have the lawn chairs out. I think I folded those up and put them in the back of the truck. But that shade was just gone. There was no trace of it anywhere. We looked up and down the beach out in the desert, nowhere. So what happened, I'm pretty sure, is it got blown into the lake, tumbled its way into the lake and just sank. Took the tarp down with it and just sank. So it's probably out there somewhere. So we had a sunny trip that day, that weekend. We caught catfish though. All right, I'm gonna do a couple camp chores and get back to you shortly. Take a little intermission. Well, we've had another great adventure here. Moto camping on the KLR. Doing some testing of the Nelson Rigg saddlebags, and so far they're doing great. Well worth the investment, and not a whole lot at that. So, Nelson Rigg, if you see this, thank you. All right, we're going to get on out of here. It's been a wonderful camp, wonderful day in God's country. We'll see you next time.